Hello, I'm making this video about gangs and gangsters. It's something that has been pre-programmed into my life. I mean, from the ages of 13 to 18, I was involved in all sorts of criminal activity. You know, I've been arrested over 10 times. I've been in court 6 times. You know, I was dealing drugs, I was carrying weapons, I was stealing from others, I was abusing life, all for the name of power and greed and survival within the gang. My father is a gangster from Jamaica who I haven't seen since I was 12 years old. My stepbrother is spending life in prison right now for murder because of gangland activity. My stepsister is hooked on crack and has a drug dealer for a boyfriend, and my cousin is involved in gang activity, and I speak with him maybe once every couple of months, and I attempt to assist him to see himself and consider his abuse and his dishonesties, and to stop himself and consider all beings here. Because that is what the gang makes it impossible to do. You only consider what is best for the gang. You know, you're pre-programmed with certain signatures, certain words and key phrases and clothes and music that is affiliated with the gang, and when someone does not stand with those signatures, then they are attacked immediately by the gang. It's like an automatic response. And people who are in the gang, you know, it's totally fear-based, and they will do anything to keep in the good word of the gang leader, who the gang sort of venerates like as God, as like the Godfather, like the film The Godfather. It's the same thing. I mean, it doesn't matter whether, you know, you're a member of a Christian church. God is your gang leader. Or if you're in a street gang in a city, where a crack dealer is your gang leader, it's the same thing. Gang leaders require the same thing. They require manipulation of other beings for their own greed and power, and dominance over others. And that is why everyone in the gang is afraid to go against the word of the gang leader, because they know if they do, that they are going to be disregarded by the gang. I mean, what happens in the Bible when you go against the word of God? Yeah, he usually ends up killing you, punishing you, abusing you in some way. Exactly the same thing that a crack dealer will do if you don't honour him at all times. You know, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. You know, just allowing yourself to be this pre-programmed system as themselves, existing. You're just existing. If you're in a gang, you're just existing as a tiny little piece of consciousness, like this, unable to see the big picture of existence, because you feel afraid without the gang. And when you are in the gang, you feel strong. You feel mighty and powerful and great. That's how I felt. when I was in the gang, so I know precisely the feelings, precisely the reasons behind it, why people will go to such lengths to dishonour life, all for their own power and greed. It's all based on fear of existence, fear of the gang leader and fear of existence. You are unaware that you're breathing, totally unaware that you're breathing. And equal money will completely get rid of all the gang leaders and gangster activity in this world. It's time to stop the abuse of life. Consider all beings as yourself. You can't do it while you're in the gang. You cannot see that everyone is breathing. You cannot see that everyone is yourself, is the world. That the gang leader is not the answer for the world. The world is the answer for the world. It's very, very simple. Common sense does not exist in the realms of the gang. So therefore the gang will always attack people like me, who try and show the gang common sense. Because common sense don't exist. Only fear exists in the gang. Only fear exists in the gang. Forgive yourself. Stop your mind. Stop your mind. Forgive yourself in self-honesty for what you have accepted yourself to be, which is a system. And then direct yourself in accordance with what's best for all, using common sense. Anyway, there's a bit, that's what I wanted to say about gangs and gangsters. Thank you.